facts about the chi-square distribution. Objectives. Dear student, after the end of this video, you will be able to calculate the chi-square distribution with a k degrees of freedom. Conduct a hypothesis test for population variance. Explain when to apply a hypothesis test or confidence interval in R to get a conclusion about the population variance using R. The chi-square distribution is defined as this form with x squared and the degrees of freedom attached to it, where degrees of freedom, df, degrees of freedom, depend on how chi-square is being used, and degrees of freedom, df, is equal to n minus 1. The population mean for the x squared distribution, which we can say the chi-square distribution, mu equal degrees of freedom, while the population standard deviation is sigma equal to the square root of n times the degrees of freedom. The random variable is showing as chi-square. For a chi-square distribution, the k degree of freedom, the random variable is the sum of k independent squared standard normal variables. Chi-square equal z1 square plus z2 square plus etc. zk square. The chi-square distribution is defined as the curve is skewed to the right and non-symmetrical. The chi-square curve for each degrees of freedom is different. For any test, the test statistic is always greater than or equal to 0. When degrees of freedom is greater than 90, the chi-square curve approximates the normal distribution. For chi-square with degrees of freedom 1000, the mean equal the degrees freedom equal 1000. The standard deviation, sigma, is equal to the square root of 2 times 1000, which is equal to 44.7. Then chi-square or the x random variable, then x is a normal distribution with a mean 1000 and the standard deviation 44.7 approximately. هذه الشريحة تشرح لكم بعض الخصائص عن chi-square distribution، توزيع chi-square. أول خاصية قالت لنا الكيرف راح يكون skewed to the right، يعني مسحوب إلى جهة اليمين، أو non-symmetric. chi-square curve، المنحنى chi-square لكل degree of freedom يختلف عن degree of freedom الكيرف للdegree of freedom الثانية. كل النتائج من chi-square راح تكون greater than or equal to 0، أكبر من أو مساوية للصفر. وأعطانا مثال بسيط عن degree of freedom لما تكون 90. The mean mu is close to the right of the top. في الكيرف chi-square المتوسط راح يكون دائما to the right of the top.